Hello guys, welcome back to 100% NUFC on this glorious Sunday morning. Now, this is just the review, and sorry there'll be no pictures on this video as it's just a quick photo review. It finished at Vicarage Road, Watford 2, Newcastle 1. That's 3 defeats in a row now for us, and yeah, the players are just on holiday, and it's very hard to accept that really as a fan because, you know, you're thinking to yourself, you know, with those back-to-back wins, we can go kick on and try and cement ourselves in that top 10. But because of the 3 defeats, you know, we could finish low as 15th place because of Watford's win. You know, Watford had something to play for yesterday, only on 38 points. Mathematics would have told them that, you know, they needed a result against us yesterday, because if they didn't, then it could have went to the final day, you know, with the likes of Southampton picking up results. And it's just very hard to take, really, because, you know, we've lost against West Brom. You know, before that it was Everton and now Watford, so we've dropped 9 points. You know, out of those 9 points we should be at least picking up 6. And to have walked away empty-handed is why Rafa Benitez is very frustrated. Now let's start off with the team lineups. Rafa Benitez made a couple of changes. You know, in came Manquillo for DeAndre Yedlin, and you're seeing Jacob Murphy as well in place of Richie. Something different. We all knew this was going to happen. You know, with 3 games to go, try and test it. I think you have to, really, because of like the contractual situation and things, and giving them matches, especially when we're safe. It's something you have to do as a manager, and Rafael Benitez is that sort of manager anyway. He'll rotate. So anyway, let's jump into the game. So after 2 minutes, the worst happened. You know, we're 1-0 down. You know, Pereira scored. The Watford players, you know, they were just driving forward, and you know, they were passing amongst each other, and nobody was picking up Pereira. You know, they were playing 1-2s, and you know, when they got the ball, eventually got to Pereira inside the box, he just lashed it past Dubravka, his far right-hand post, and it's very disappointing because we could have cleared the ball on 4 or 5 occasions and we didn't. And it's after 2 minutes, you've really got a mountain to climb, and it's a long way to go, you know, to get beat. It was just disappointing, and Watford got off to a great start. You know, they were creating more opportunities, great saves by Dubravka, and this was the sort of the pattern of the first half. We didn't really get going. Then, after 28 minutes, he scored again through Andre Gray. A ball got crossed into the box. Andre Gray was not picked up, and he had a free header past Dubravka. Disappointing. You know, you look at Paul Dummett, Manquillo, Lascelles, you look at the whole back four. Why is nobody picking up Andre Gray? You know, one of the fastest players on the pitch. Not exactly the tallest, but you should be picking him up. And we didn't, and we find ourselves 2-0 down, 28 minutes gone, and you know, you look into a cricket score, and it's very disappointing that the fact we're 2-0 down and the players are showing holiday form already. And then moments later they had a penalty, which to me wasn't a pen, but the referee gave it. Up stepped Troy Deeney, double save by Dubravka, and you know what, we're lucky at this moment because it had been 3-0, it's definitely game over. You know, that first half we were woeful. It could easily have been 4-5 to Watford, and I don't think anybody would have complained about that. We couldn't be any worse in the second half to what we were in the first half. Rafa Benitez made a couple of changes, but then, you know, everyone kind of stepped up, you know, after being 2-0 down, and you know, I'm sure that 3-0, well, the potential 3-0 was definitely a wake-up call. Then, you know, after 56 minutes, Perez scored. A ball got crossed into the box, unmarked. It was a great tap in from the side of the foot to beat the goalkeeper, and 2-1, you're back into the game. You're like, right, come on lads, game on. You know, we've got a chance of potentially getting a point here, you know, from the first half, which was absolutely woeful, in my opinion. You know, we showed a bit more tooth and nail to want to go and get something, and Watford didn't really have an answer that second half. You know, they were just sitting back thinking, oh, it's only Newcastle, we're 2-0 up. I don't think they'll do anything in the second half, so it was just one of them moments. You know, Shelby put a corner in, a short corner to Perez, great back heel, hit the post, and then we had other opportunities as well where the keeper was saving it, and it just wasn't our day simply. And you know, we lost by, you know, 2-1. Watford were clinging on, and if we'd shown that in the first half, you know, we could have got something from that game. We could potentially have won it, but it just shows that the squad is lack of quality, and we need to invest in the summer, because if we don't, and Rafa Benitez doesn't get the backing that he deserves, we will be in that bottom 5 next season. I won't say going down, because the squad has proved this season that they are good enough to win games and, you know, to be up there. And it's disappointing really that we didn't get anything from the game, but I think it's expected now with the players being on holiday, and Rafa Benitez could only motivate them so much, but once you cross that white line, you've got to go and deliver on the pitch, and the players simply didn't do that in the first half. Second half, brilliant, but you've got to do it for a full 90 minutes, not 45 minutes. So another 3 points dropped. We'll move on to Tottenham next week at Wembley. Not an easy game to play. Tottenham are a good team. Very good team. You know, they beat were 2-0 at the start of the season at St James's Park. This is the game in hand, and Tottenham will want to respond because they lost by a goal to nil at West Brom yesterday at the Hawthorns, a game they dominated. But it's all ifs and buts really. Raphael probably make more changes, and then we've got Chelsea at home to finish off with on Sunday. So yeah, very disappointing. Leave me your thoughts about the game, the scoreline, the teams and all that. Who was your man of the match, if there was anybody who stood out for you? And yeah, who was your underperformer of that game as well? So yeah, don't forget to subscribe to 100% NUFC. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Share with your friends. How are the lads? I'll see you all later. Peace.